Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this sultry, warm-toned makeup look that I think is perfect for fall. This video is actually in collaboration with Mood Editing Cosmetics. They're a new makeup brand that just launched in August, so I want to share some of their products with you. I did use their palettes to create this eye look, so if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. I've already done my base makeup and have my brows on, so we can just move straight into the eyes. And from Mood Editing, I have two palettes. The first one is called I Do This For Me, and the second one is called Narcissistic. Both these palettes have 12 shades in them, and there are 4 different textures within these 12 shades. There's a glitter balm, a silky matte, a pearly satin, and a metallic cream. So there's a lot of different ways you can play around with this palette. My favorite out of all of these textures, I played with it a little bit, are the glitter balms. They just come off really pigmented, especially when you use your fingers to apply. For my eye makeup today, I want to do something sultry with brown shades and gold glitter, something that's more fall-like. To create that look, I'm going to use the I Do This For Me palette. Another thing I really like is that these shade names are named after Greek goddesses and names of planets, which I think is really cool. I actually really love Greek mythology growing up, and I thought it was so fascinating, all of these stories and like how these gods and goddesses came to be and stuff. First, I'm going to take this pale cream shade right here called Metis. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and I'm just going to apply it all over the eyelids to act as a base for the other shades. Sometimes the foundation or the primer that I used is a little too sticky, so I like to use an eyeshadow shade that's close to my skin tone to soften it up and prepare it for the darker shadows that are a little, more tricky to blend. Next, I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Titans, and apply it into my eye socket area. So like right here. There's some leftover glitter on these brushes. I thought I cleaned it pretty well, but I guess not. So there's a little bit of glitter. There you go. Next, I'm going to take this light brown shade right here. I think this is called Gaius. And I'm going to apply that all over the lid. I really like the shade of brown because I think it's a really nice shade to use for fall. The shade is also like a really nice color for 90s looks, because this looks really like 90s right now. I'm kind of liking it. Now I'm going to use this fluffy brush from earlier to blend out the edges. Wow, really like that. Next, I'm going to use this darker brownish shade down here called Chaos, and I'm going to apply that to the outer and inner corners of my eyes. So I'm going to leave the middle part bare with this color so I can put the glitter on there later. So I'm just going to apply it right here. I might need a denser brush for this, so I'm going to try this one instead to pack on that color. Yeah, this is way better. I don't know what's going on with this eye today, but it's just not applying very evenly on this side, but this side looks amazing. So now with the same brush, I'm going to take that lighter shade from earlier and apply it to the under eye to create some sultry shadow down here. I'm really liking these mix of colors right now. Wow, this looks really intense. I will fix it, don't worry. Now I'm going to take that same dark brown color and also apply it to the lower lash line. I feel like with my eyes, or maybe even just monolids in general, you have to find the right balance between the top and the bottom and really play around with that. And so many things can factor into it, like the texture of the shadow, what color it is, what product you're using. I really had to learn that because I find that some colors or some products just don't work well if I apply a really thick layer onto the under eye, and certain colors look amazing there. So it's just really about figuring out what works for me and what will work for you too. I'm going to apply some of this too to add some darkness to the under eye area. This is the second color we used from earlier, because I don't feel like that dark brown was enough to add like sultriness and shadow to it. This is actually a really pretty 90s look right now. I almost don't want to add the glitter to it, but we're gonna go for the glitter anyway so I can show you guys. So I'm gonna go into the other palette now called Narcissistic. I'm gonna take this yellow gold glitter that's called Themis. I'm gonna use my fingers for now to apply it. When I was playing around with it before, I found that I got the most pigment and color when I used my fingers. It's really pretty. It's so nice. So I'm gonna apply that to the center of my eyelids. Do you see that? I really like this. The glitters in these palettes are my absolute favorite. They just come out so beautifully. Now I want to clean up where I put the glitter. So I'm gonna take a flat brush and just go along the edges to disperse it and make it look more blended with the other eyeshadow colors. Just like that. Just patting it and then moving it a bit. Like I'm patting, but I'm also swiping very slightly. I'm also going to use a fluffy brush now to blend out the edges on top, like where the eye socket is. Right here. Now I want to tightline just a little bit, so I'm gonna use a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna use a brush to help me hold my eyelid up so that I can tightline. I don't want to do a winged liner, which is kind of, I feel like one of my signature things to do, a signature look, because I want most of the attention to be on the eyeshadow and I want it to look really nice and soft and sultry. So I'm just gonna tightline for a little bit of definition. I'm gonna add a little bit actually to the under eye though. This is where you kind of like play with balance. So I'm just scraping it, what a bad word to use when applying eyeliner, scraping it, but that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just scraping it along my lower lashes so I don't overdo it. Then I'm gonna use a brush to just blend it out a little bit, smudge it. I want to clean up the under eye area a bit, so I'm just taking some of the foundation that I used and just apply a light layer right here. Now I'm just going to apply my lashes. Because I didn't do a winged liner today, I have to make sure the lashes are applied pretty close to the lash line so there's no missing gaps underneath it. And usually if that's the case, I use a false lash that has a pretty thin band because I feel like that'd be easier to put to the lash line. I think you can use thicker bands too. It'll look like you have liner on because of how thick it is. I have to put the mirror so close to my face in order to see. Now I'm going to curl them to combine my real lashes with these fake ones. I do want to apply some highlight into the inner corner of my eye, so I'm going to use the I Do This For Me palette. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called Rhea. Add that right here. Just a subtle little touch of glitter, like a pop of color. I don't want to use the gold because I feel like it might be a little too much. You see how it shimmers? Now we're gonna move on to the final step, which is the lip color. So Mood Editing actually has 5 different sets of lip colors, and each set comes with 3 lip colors, and these are called their Mini Me lipsticks because they come in mini sizes that will fit in your bag and are travel friendly. And they come in 2 finishes, matte and satin. I'm not really sure what kind of lip color I want to wear with this look just yet. I could go for a red maybe. At first I was thinking of something more nude. So this is maybe the closest color to nude. This is called Surprise Surprise. I'll swatch it here. Well, that could be pretty cute. It's a little too like light pinkish for this eye makeup look, I think. It almost looks like a cool tone pink. Maybe we can go with a dark color. This is called Happiness Ray. It's like a really nice wine. This is called Fearless Brave. Just trying to find a good lip color, guys. This might be too red. So this was Trust the Red. That might also be, this is like a blue toned. This is more warm toned. So this one's called Joyful Luxe. Let's swatch it. It's like a really deep corally color. That could be nice too. I'm gonna try this one, Joyful Luxe. The formula is really nice. Wow! This is really cute. This must be like the satin finish one. It's got a really smooth, creamy formula. Wow, I really like this. That was Joyful Luxe. I do want to try the other one, the Happiness Ray, the darker shade. This is a really nice finish. I really like it. Okay, so this is Happiness Ray. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, applying actual lipstick bullet colors are really hard for me because my lips aren't really defined, and I feel like lipsticks in general don't give you that much control. This is really nice too. I can tell which one is matte and which one is satin now. I think this one is the matte one. I think I like the shade of this one for this eye look, but I liked the finish and the texture of the one before. That one was just, it just felt really nice and smooth. Mood Editing also has these Girl Pride Oil Control setting powders. I'm gonna use number 1 in Cause I Say So. Pat it over my T-zone area, just here where I see a little bit of shine. Just mattify it a little bit. Yeah, I would probably use this more as like a touch-up when I'm getting oily. I don't know if I would use it so much as my setting product, because I don't like to use too much powder anyway when I set my face. This is definitely like a really good travel cushion, like to have in my bag. It works really well. Like, I'm pretty matted right now. So this is the final look. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. Usually what I do is I practice a shit ton of makeup looks before I even start filming it, but today I wanted to just sit down and try and film and test out these products, and I'm really happy with how it turned out and how the shadows ended up working. If you're interested in learning more about Mood Editing and their products, I will leave links down below so you can go check that out. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and learning how to do this sultry fall makeup look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!